How you doing? This is part 2. Hope you enjoyed part 1. We get into the more serious problems that I still deal with today. Um, so I left off talking about when I got my first ticket for being a dumbass. Um, Again, there will be some cursing every now and again. I apologize, but hey, it's entitled My Deep Dark Secret Past. This is volume 2. I'm gonna keep the swears to a minimum. Please don't get me in trouble. I don't want to be in more trouble. But so we left off with me getting my ticket. Pipe exploded in class. Thought I was gonna get away with it. Did it. So at that point, I wasn't that dumb of a teenager. Yes, I was. But I figured, hey, maybe I should quit smoking weed because I got a pretty hefty fine from the mean court lady. My mom seemed kind of upset. No more mohawk for me. My dad told me he'd take care of that ticket, and he never did to this day. It wasn't the first one. I think it's the only one he knows about, but I'm not sure. But yeah, thanks a lot, Dad. That's why I don't drive, and I can't see half the time. So, yeah, part 2. At that part, I decided, maybe weed's kind of overrated. I was listening to a lot of the Casualties, which I still like. Pretty good band. A lot of their songs had to do with drinking. I met my best friend in 7th grade. Or no. Yeah, I would have been in 8th grade. He would have been in 7th. So yeah, this is pretty much summer of between 7th and 8th grade. So I'm 13. Shave off my mohawk. I was the rancid kid at school. He was no effects kid. He was a good dude. So we became friends because, oh, you like punk? You like punk? Sure, I like punk. Let's like punk together. Let's be friends, And he had some older brothers who were into punk. I had an older brother who was into punk. Older friends were into punk. We decided, hey man, they sure sing a lot about drinking 40 ounces. So we get the 40 ounces as the nice homeless man who lived across the street. Did it? That motherfucker ripped us off like no other. We were stupid kids. Now that I'm older, and I know I could have bought booze, I got ripped us off for a lot of money. But hey, we got a lot of beer. And so I quit smoking weed and started drinking 40 ounces. Because that's a good way to start, right? Give me the biggest beer you got. Hard or go home, kids. So yeah, I was drinking 40 ounces. Teaching school. We got out of school early on Tuesdays. Homeless dude across the street from my apartment. He got us booze all the time. My friends, the older brothers. Still don't know how much older they are than me, but one of them, he could have their cousin. He was cool. They were all cool dudes. But let me tell you this one story real quick. This is how smart I was as a teenager. Don't try this at home, kids. You will get arrested. I didn't get arrested, but I probably should have. Um, right, so at this point in time, I was in and out of bands. I was starting up a couple folk bands here and there. We sang songs. We had a lot of fun. Did a couple shows. I don't have any video or CDs of my old stuff. I have some on my iPod. My brother has a couple CDs of mine. Um, so we had guitars at the house. We had guitar gig bags too. We did school one day, come to my house to party. We partied at my house a lot actually back in those days. Um, with a guitar gig bag. If you don't know what that is, it's a guitar shaped bag, kind of like a backpack but big, like the shape of a guitar that you could throw on your back or hold it like a briefcase. We get the homeless man to buy us booze, buy us beers. a bunch of 40 ounces. We put them in the guitar bag. It fills up the bass, but not the neck. So it's like, all right, now let's go home. Thanks a lot, man. And we're walking across the street. Looking back now, it's like, how did I not get in trouble more often? How did I not get arrested more often? Um, so yeah, so the base, the bottom part was bigger than the top. It had a big base, and then it got skinnier at the top. So the bottom part is full of 40 ounces. The the top part folds over this way, so it's just like flipped over on the base, on the bottom. So it's like this pretty much. Folded in half. Walking across the street, full of beer, underage. You know, I'm pretty sure I can't get in trouble for that anymore. This was years ago, for like years and years ago. Um, so yeah, that's one funny story to me. Walking across the street with a guitar bag, thinking it's fine, it'll be fine. They won't know what it is, dude. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, dude. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. Here's a happy note. I never got a ticket for underage drinking. I just realized that. I had some other tickets, but none for underage drinking. That's kind of interesting. So yeah, that's just one of the many parties had at my house when I was a strapping young teenager. So, I promised romance. Here's the romance story. This girl, this is really weird, because to me at least, she's the first girl that I ever actually like fell in love with, and we were young, 14, but I really did love her. Uh, she just had a baby recently, so I'm happy for her. It's not my baby, but I'm happy for her. That's cool. I share a special bond with her that I'll never share with anybody else, because she was the first lady I ever had sexual relations with. But she was a sweetheart. She was into drinking vodka, so she kind of got me off weed, marijuana, pot, whatever you want to call it, and into drinking. I was with her for. It's kind of sad. I think it was 9 months or something like that. It was a long time for when I was a kid. Um, we broke up though because she didn't trust me. She thought I was gonna cheat on her because she was going away from the summer. I never would have done that. I still never would do that. If you cheat on your girlfriend, you're retarded, and you should not retarded. That's a mean word, but you're dumb as hell, and you should never cheat on anybody. If you're gonna cheat on them, just break up with them. That's a test. Break up with them. You're stupid. Cheating is stupid. Don't do it, kids. I never did. I seriously never have, and I never will, because it is pointless. It just makes your life a living hell. Dummy. So yeah, so we broke up. I was a dummy. Whatever. Drinking continues. A lot of underage, a lot of drinking. I actually still have a beer belly to this day from drinking beers and soda all the time. I wish, God, I wish um, I wish I knew what I know now, basically. But yeah, so that was 8th grade. Hang out with that girl a lot, drinking with my friends a lot, playing shows a lot, going to parties. Here's a good one. This is how I got it. I'm gonna end each video with how my dumbass got a ticket. Um, so yeah, I was still smoking cigarettes and drinking beer at this point in time. So, vodka too. Okay, here's a better story about how bad my drinking was. My best friend at that time, we started a band called the Scoundrels, and they no longer really shows. Me and him kind of lost touch, kind of, not really, but sort of. We all dropped out of high school and went to separate continuation schools, but him and his little brother and the drummer dude that we had, they kept the band going as a three-piece. He wrote a song called Drink Till You Fucking Puke. that was about us. That's what we would do. We would drink as much 40 ounces. We'd always have a bottle of vodka and a bottle of Hawaiian punch to slam down, and we would drink so much that we would throw up. We didn't know no better. We were young teenagers. Stopped hanging out with them when I was about 15. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15 for sure. 15, maybe 16 actually. Yeah. So here's a good story on how I got my second ticket. So we go to a backyard show, which for everywhere, every different part of everywhere has a different name for it. Basically, it's a concert in somebody's backyard of their house. Um, so we go there, get wasted. Um, my mom was gonna pick me up because my mom's super duper awesome and still is. Um, we've been drinking. Show's over. The lady of the house pulls out a baseball bat and it's on in the driveway. I'm trying to get a ride home with my friend's band because they were still my friends and they drove van. That's how we got everywhere. I was asking him if I could get a ride. This lady basically said no with her baseball bat. And she was swearing at us to get off her lawn or she was gonna hit us with the baseball bat. Get the fuck out of my house. We went in her house. I was trying to help my friends load up their equipment and catch a ride. I don't want to get the shit beaten out of me with the baseball bat. I start walking down the street with my other friend. So this is where the universe is very mysterious, folks. We're walking, we go under a freeway pass, you know, where the freeway bridges over and the street under. So we're under the freeway on the street, walking on the sidewalk. And I think I had my mom's cell phone at the time. This is at the time, kids, before everybody had a cell phone. Cell phones were like business phones pretty much, you know. So I had my mom's phone. I'm thinking my mom will pick us up no matter what. My mom was super dope, awesome like that. Sweetest lady ever. Love my mom. Shout out to my mama. Yeah, so I think, okay, do we stay under the bridge, under the freeway, and hide? Because it was dark under there, so hide in case the cops roll by and just wait for my mom. I thought, no. Let's wait at the gas station at the bus stop. Go to the back. Call my mom, tell her meet us at the gas station on this. I forget the streets. Right here, bus stop. Be at the bus stop in front of the gas station. Love you, mom. Bye. So we're waiting. We don't notice. We're sitting at a bus stop in front of a gas station because it's lit, and that's where you're supposed to go when it's late at night and you're waiting for somebody to pick you up. You go to a well-lit area so you don't get kidnapped or murdered. So we're waiting. It's past 10 o'clock, which is the curfew for minors in the state of California. Right, so waiting. Cops roll up with the paddy wagon, the big one, because there was like 6 of us just sitting on the bus stop waiting to go home. So we're sitting there, and at this point in time, everybody carried a knife because there was a couple of gangs showing up at punk shows, stabbing people, doing crazy stuff. I wasn't a part of that, but I did have a knife for protection, and everybody smoked cigarettes at that time, so I did have a pack of cigarettes and a knife on me. Cops surround us. We're basically like this at the bus stop, waiting for my mom, and cop comes up behind us. This is what we're doing. I tell him I'm waiting for my ride to go home. I'm waiting for my mom. Do you have your ID? Yes, blah, 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 blah. Guy says, okay, could you guys all step over here for a second? I go, okay. I've had a run-in with the police before. I know. Knife, pack of cigarettes, leave them at the bus stop. They ask, that's not mine. You ask, there's a bunch of us. You ask, let's walk over here. That's not mine. You know? So we get searched and issued truants or curfew tickets. This is where the really messed up part is. You're gonna learn some stuff about my mom right now. And the really messed up part is they haven't started writing my ticket. My mom shows up. I go, that's my mom. That's my ride. Can I go? You haven't started. Can I go? I'm going home. That's my mom. No, I have to give you a ticket. Turns out they were doing a crackdown on curfew. So many people were at the court that day. So many people with curfew tickets. Bullshit. So my mom yells at the cop actually, how much is this bullshit gonna cost? Oh, we don't know, probably a couple hundred. So what the fuck you mean you don't know? Mom's yelling at the cop. I'm thinking, I'm gonna get in trouble, I'm gonna get yelled at, probably smacked across the face again, because that's what my mom would do. She wouldn't beat me. I was grounded and I would get hit occasionally, because I was stupid. Not her fault. But, I didn't get in trouble really. I did get in trouble actually. It should have been Oaxaca again. Um, Grounded for a little while. It wasn't that bad. But what I learned from that story, kids, is if a lady kicks you off her property with a baseball bat, don't go at the bus stop. Hide under the bridge and wait for your ride. Because that curfew ticket sucked. So yeah, stay tuned for tale number 3, because this one's going long. I apologize, but you got 2 stories. I'm trying to think of the best stories that I remember mostly, and to tell you them, because they're kind of stupid, you know. But yeah, stay tuned for the next tale where we get into my later teen years. So this would have been, so one would have been early teenage years or preteen to teen. Then we got early teens. This is mid-teens kind of. This the next one's mid-teens, actually into my 20s. Fun, 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 fun. So stay tuned for the next one. We still talk about cocaine, crystal meth. Um, there's another ticket. I'm still drinking at this point. Yeah, stick around for the next tale. Peace, I'm out of here. Oh, wait. No, I'm not out of here yet. Subscribe, thumbs up. You know the drill. Everybody tells you to do it. I'm asking you nicely. Please. Please.